Hi everyone, so this one we are going to be playing around with wax paper or parchment paper. Again, we are still using just two colors that are next to each other in our paint palette. If you want to use three, make sure they are three in a row. We're not jumping over colors because then we're going to start to mix colors that aren't going to work well and we'll get some nasty color. So right now I ended up with orange on my paper, so I guess I'm going to use orange on this half. So I think I'll probably use orange and yellow on this one. So I'm going to use two colors on this one. Remember, you can use three, just make sure they are three in a row. For this one, we want to make sure our paper is nice and wet, and we're going to stick some pieces of parchment or wax paper on it. We'll get to that as soon as we're done painting. So, oh, my orange is nice and usable. Orange was one of the first colors I did, so with the wax resist with the white color crayon, so it's nice and it's been sitting for a while, so it's nice and good and gets a nice dark color. So if you're starting to notice you're getting a little too dark, go ahead and just get some water on your brush and move your color around. That's all I'm doing right here, moving my color around a little bit. Don't worry if you've got some white spaces. That'll actually add to what we're doing. Okay, now I'm going to go for the yellow. My favorite color. Apparently I didn't leave enough water in that one. Probably because I was trying to clean it out from when Sawyer mixed yellow and green on me. So, it's what I get for letting my 4-year-old use Mom's watercolors. End up with green inside. Oh well. At least he's cute, right? He turns 4 this week. He turns 4. I'm super surprised. It's gone so fast. Okay, so orange, a little bit of orange. If your colors overlap and mix, that's great. No worries. You want that type of thing to happen. I'm going to get just a sliver of yellow in here, so I want to make sure I save a little bit of room for a sliver of yellow. I kind of brush a little bit over. Now, this right here that's starting to look really dry. Normally, I would tell you go put more water on your brush so that you have a nice smooth color. But in this case, I want it to have that dry brush look. So, it's okay to have that on this one. Okay, last little corner I'm going to take and get some yellow. Make it nice and yellow in that corner. Okay, so now my paper is pretty wet. I want to make it just a little bit more wet, so I'm just going to take my brush. I'm just going to paint a little bit of water over the top. Yes, that's going to blend a little bit of your colors around. That's fine. We're just making the paper this week, so we'll figure out how to tie in some of those colors, and you can probably pick and choose a little bit more next week as we create our project. So, paper this week, project next week. Okay, so as you can see, my paper is nice and wet. I'm just going to take a small piece. Now, when I say small, I'm talking small. We want just a strip. That's all we're going to need. You don't need a whole bunch. You might need your parents to help you with this part. So, I'm now going to take and I'm going to rip this into pieces. I'm just going to push it down in my paint. Just randomly put it down. Now, if you've got water sitting on top of your paper, that's even more worth it because you want to just stick it in that water. So I'm just sticking it randomly in my pieces. Notice it's starting to curl. That's great. We'll see what happens. Oh, I think I'm going to dot some more water around in here. Get it a little bit wet. Want it in the puddles. So I'm going to make some more puddles. Feel free to make more puddles. See what happens. See what effects you get. See if you like it. Worst case, you don't like what happens. So you don't use that part of your paper. So, I'm going to stick a big piece right there. Stick a little extra water under it. Stick a big piece right there. See what happens. Okay. I'm not even using all of my piece, so I'm going to just go ahead and stick this in the garbage can because I can't use it. No reason to have it. Oh. There we go. Okay. I will see you in the last video where we play with Saran Wrap. Bye, guys.